KIC parents, how are you? Frockel Show is reminding you that you are supposed to go to the KICD website and download this book, which is here. You see this book? Competency-based curricula prepared by Ministry of Education. Guidelines on parental empowerment and engagement. I hope each one of you has a copy. Ama parents, mmesoma hii kitu. Parents, tumewakisha a few days. We've been talking so much about the transition, but now it is here with us. And when is it? A few days from now, you'll be selecting the pathways. Your children will be selecting the pathways. And this is a book, I said, you get a copy. It is free on KICD website. And this book is entitled what? Guidelines on Parental Empowerment and Engagement. Some of the parents have been asking, what is CBC? They know there is CBC, but they don't know the details of CBC. CBC means competency-based curriculum. What is inside this book? From my copy, I can see the first page. This is the introduction of the book, Parental Empowerment. There is a lot we shall not read together because you promised to visit the website and read by yourself. Then the next page, education, empowerment, engagement, parent. Now, there are definitions here. What is education? You know, we assume at times we know everything, but you come to realize that there are some details you don't know the facts. For example, what is empowerment? What is engagement? Who is a parent? And then, of course, we have this other page which has the acronyms that are used, CBC. Then from there, we move on. Now, this other page, we look at the national goals of education. With this book, you already have the picture of the national goals of education. What are these goals? The national goals of education will include foster nationalism, patriotism, and promote national unity. And then the other one is promote social, economic, technological, and industrial needs for national development. And in this, of course, we have the sub-goals, which you have social needs, economic needs, technological, and industrial needs. National goal number 3 is promote individual development and self-fulfillment. And then number 4, promote sound and religious values. That's why we are having even a content which is talking about various religions. Goal number 4 is promote sound moral and religious values. Then number 5, promote social quality, equality, and responsibility. Number 6, promote respect for the development of Kenya, Kenya's reach. And you know, parents, education is sweet, or information is sweeter when you read it by yourself. So I am not going to continue from there. Then on this page, we have introduction to the guidelines on parental empowerment and engagement. Then, of course, vision and mission statement of parental empowerment and engagement. It's there. Read. Then these principles. There are some principles here which are very important, parents. I don't know whether you have already read them, but for the sake of who are still reading, these are some of the principles. And we need to again understand the Basic Education Act 2013. Parents, this is a requirement so that you know where we are coming from. Then from there, we have the principles, and these principles will include inclusivity, values, shared responsibility, prudent use of resources, theoretical approaches. Then, of course, from there we have psychoanalysis and personality development. Psychoanalysis and personality development. How does your child grow? You know, sometimes parents, you don't know that these children that we are talking about, sometimes they are learning a lot from us. If you are a parent and you are a drunkard, you don't expect your child not to abuse alcohol. Because we say, based on these theories, we say at times our children learn from copying what we are doing and associating with us. So read more, parents. Then we have this other page where we have the pillars of parental engagement and education, parental empowerment. Why is it important? And then on this page, we have activities to be undertaken. We have a lot to be learned, parents. I hope, parents, you have read this book. Okay? Then from there, we have parental engagement. Why do you think that you should be engaged on CBC? We say CBC is for 3 persons. There is a parent, the child, and the teacher. Without that, CBC cannot work. Then on this other page, we have activities to be undertaken to realize the immediate outcomes. Participate in BOM. BOM is Board of Management and PTA forums. Take part in discussions. No, parents, when you hear that stakeholders are being sought, do you know even what the stakeholders are? For example, when you are looking for stakeholders to comment about CBC, who are the stakeholders? That's why this book is very important. You will be able to know who is this that is involved and why should we have CBC in the first place. And parents, once you read this book, it becomes very easy for you to understand now where we are coming from and where we are going. And I'm sure by the end of it all, by next term, everyone will be now at a position of moving with the child to choose the various pathways of their choices. And I think for those who are in grade 9, you are aware that now out of 40 marks, you need to know what your child has. Because when he was in class 6, he did KPSEA, and that was 20 marks. Then your child transited to grade 7 and 8. There was some continuous assessment there, and by now it should constitute another 20%. So by now, your child is preparing for the rest of the exam, which is 60% summative for KenJSEA. Please liaise with your teacher or your CBC teacher and know the position of your child. Thank you so much, and I hope the rest you read on your own, parents. That is simple, the way the book is. The cover page, that is the back page of the book. A very smart book for you parents. Thank you so much. Karibuni sana na msome hii kitabu. Wazazi. Samaki mkunje, angari mbichi. Mtakacha mvunguni, shati ainame. Ukiona viaelea, tunasema vimeundwa. Thank you.